What's up guys? We're currently doing Nano versus metcon, and this week the Froning Nano X came out, and so I really felt like I needed to add this into the mix when we're talking about Nano versus metcon, because it really is something different to anything I've seen from Reebok in terms of the Nano series before. So I'm just going to give you some first impressions. When I first saw them, I think last week or the week before on the WIT website, I was like, what is going on? I mean, it looks like they've kind of taken the Legacy 2 and the kind of Nano X and just mashed them together, I guess under the guidance of the GOAT, and come up with this. But having worn it, I've been really fortunate actually. I've trained tonight in it. It's the way it looks is the end really of the Legacy. It's completely different. So what we've got is something that feels a little bit more like what Nike have done with their Flyknit metcon. In the, yeah, you've got this big kind of strap across the front, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. But what you've actually got is a two-part upper. The front corner here is really lightweight. That's what feels to me like I had some Nike metcon Flyknits when they kind of came out a few years ago. But then the back 2/3 is almost like a neoprene, and the tongue, as you can see, is like completely incorporated into the upper, and it creates a kind of complete bootie, for want of a better word, almost like a wetsuit or a neoprene bootie. So to put it on, and I might show you a clip now, you know, you're kind of holding it in both hands and really kind of jamming your foot in. So if you're like me and have got quite broad feet, and short feet, then actually it's actually a little bit awkward to get on, but once it's on, it's really comfy. In terms of comfort, I think it's more snug than the 9. So some people have said, oh, you want to go half a size up in your Nano X, and I think you want to go for the right size, the same size as the Nano X in the Froning Nano X. For me, that's sticking with the same size as the 9 actually, because I don't want the extra length because it feels loose, and then it just feels a little bit more snug. I was wearing quite thick socks today, which wasn't the best because it's pretty warm here in the UK, but that kind of made it feel a little bit kind of bit less comfy than I'd have liked. So I had a 1 hour drive to where I trained this evening and a 1 hour drive back, and definitely on the way there it was just feeling a little bit like that's not too comfy, but on the way back it was no problem at all, so I think it was just about getting used to it. So one thing that's really interesting is the lacing is completely different to anything we've seen before. So you've got this kind of like 3-part lacing, which from the guys in Reebok is around kind of, it's a nod to kind of Froning's 3 pillars of his life: his faith, family and fitness. I wonder whether there's a technical aspect to it as well. It starts to look a little bit like the Nike Flywire system. So Tal Shaw, anyone at Reebok, if you're watching this by chance, you know, let me know, is there a technical aspect to this lacing system as well? Then you've got this kind of, what looks like the Legacy 2 strap that goes over the top, and I've been told there's some technical aspect to that. If you look, it also connects into, again, another nod to the styling that you've got in the Legacy lifter, is this kind of like heel clip that wraps around there. Apparently this was all give like a decent amount of lifting. The training I did tonight was lightweight, high reps, so actually it was really good for kind of like just moving around, a lot of burpees, and the shoe just held up really well. I felt really kind of like it wasn't hindering me, it was really comfy. Takeaway, I saw these and was like, I don't like them, but I really wanted to kind of get hold of them and do a review. And I'll be honest, I put them on and was like, ah, crap, I'm keeping them, because they're super comfy. Reebok have done something completely different. There's elements of the Nike metcon Flyknit, the way it's a bootie as well. I can definitely see that, you know, people are going to enjoy just being able to kind of like throw them on, and them almost kind of like be good to go without necessarily tying them up. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with them. I'm looking forward to wearing them a bit more, and I'll get back to you. But keep following Chalking Fitness on Instagram, and just yeah, let me know what you think.